So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to the greatest watch market update show. You know that me and Sweet Kikino always try to bring you the truth and what's happening out there in the Muppet Boiler Room secondary great watch market and also in the watch industrial market, industry market, whatever you want to call it. A lot of things are happening out there. And today we received some information and honestly, I wasn't ready to do a live stream, but after I heard the news and I saw the facts, they said you should do this video because you have been talking about this for quite some time. Before I get into all that, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to cooperate with this channel growing and getting bigger and bigger and getting a bigger widespread audience out there, you can give us a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to our channel. You can leave a comment, whatever you want to do. If you want to help us that way, we really, really appreciate that. All right, guys, enough of the monkey business. You do as you please. If you want to subscribe, fine. If you want to leave a comment, fine. Whatever it is, but help us out that way. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some information today from one of our loyal subscribers. And as you know, I have talked to you a lot about watches being parts coming from that part of the world and being assembled in that part of the world. I've been saying that for quite some time, and a lot of you have not taken that very well, and some of you have been, not happy that that's been said. But I've been telling you, and I'll say it again right now. A lot of most of those luxury watches, somehow, some way, are getting their watch parts from Xinjiang and China, and they're being delivered to that side of the country, Geneva, Switzerland, whatever you want to call it, and assembled there. And I've been telling you all that, and I've been getting some heat, from a lot of people because I have said that, But I've been saying this for the last 2 years and a half, and now in the last 3 months, it has, a big can has been opened and the truth has been said out there that, a lot of these watches, their parts come from China or Chinatown. And so this person that reached out to us says to us that, hey man, this gentleman, Juan Nieves, has been saying it for a long time that, this is happening. So now we have a person now that basically is a famous entertainer, a famous artist, whatever you want to call it. I don't know this. I really don't know who this Michigan guy is, but they say he's a famous, gentleman that I think they call him Khalifa DJ, something to that effect, Khalifa DJ. And so this man that, again, I don't know who he is, but you people must know who he is because since he is now spreading the good, gospel, that the watches that he has are from China, that's what he says, this person, Khalifa DJ. And so he is, okay, thank you very much, a rapper. He's a rapper, all right, a rapper, So this rapper now is, he's the voice, he's the voice for all these people. He's taking all the credibility now. Me, I'm a small man. I'm never going to get that credibility, but he is because he is, like Mr. Blair said, he is a rapper. So this rapper by the name of Khalifa DJ, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. They say that this man has every single Rolex you can think of. Every single Rolex you can think of. And he's a big time entertainer, a big time entertainer. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear this. This is what this person has told us. And we did take a look see at the video. You know, Joaquin called me up. You know, Joaquin to you, Kino to me, and we talked about this. And they told me, they said, listen, you need to talk about this video, even if you're tired, even if you're beach bum from the beach, and you know you're kind of burned, whatever, but you're gonna have to say something about this, because you have been saying this in your channel, that you know most of those luxury watch brands, high-end brands, you know, they bring their watch movements and casings, bracelets from China. I've been saying that. But now this person, Khalifi, whatever his name is, the rapper, let's just call him the rapper, the DJ rapper. He's right now at this moment, and if you don't know it, if you want to find out more about this, you leave this podcast, you leave this live stream, and you go see it. But this gentleman, the DJ rapper, Khalifa, he is suing Rolex for $100 million. $100 million. Do you guys hear me? This famous DJ, whatever, again, Khalifa DJ, he is suing Rolex for $100 million because he's found out that most of the watches that he has in his collection, I mean, I'm only telling you what these people are telling me. I'm the voice. You know, I'm the voice, and the owner of this channel is no other than Sweet Kick Kino. To me, Joaquin to you. You know, and also that gentleman that he is a loyal subscriber. He's the one that blew the whistle and telling me all this. And this is going on right now. And if you go into the internet, you're not gonna believe what's going on. You know, I told you that what happened with China was gonna blow up the watch industry in a negative way. Let me get some of my jungle juice, you know, because I don't feel that good, too much sun, you know, unbelievable. So that gentleman, the rapper, you know, Khalifi DJ, he is suing Rolex for $100 million because his watch collection, basically what he's saying, they're fugazis. You know, they are Chinatown watches. They're calling it Chinatown watches. I've been telling you for the longest, ladies and gentlemen, that most of us out there, we're not basically having a real Rolex in our wrists. You know, we have a Frankie Avalon somehow, you know, and this man is suing Rolex. Like I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, you know what I have to do with Mr. Blair. I have to drink the ginseng so I can continue bringing you, you know, all these live streams, you know, that I bring you guys for free, you know, dropping knowledge for free, because you guys are skip hopping around through life like rabbits, while, you know, I still got to be looking and finding out what's going on in the world of luxury watches. And it's unbelievable. But let me, before I continue with this gentleman, Khalifa DJ, I want to tell you all something right now. This what I'm going to say doesn't have nothing to do with Khalifi DJ, you know, suing Rolex. I'm going to talk to you about replica watches at this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, at this moment, replica watches, clone watches, one-on-one watches is going all the way up in prices, all the way up. You understand me? That's how big the replica industry has become. I know people that are going out there saying, I'm going to give you $700 for that Rolex, you know, clone Pepsi. They say, no, we want $1,200. I want a Daytona. I give you $1,000. No, we want $1,700. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta be very, very careful. Right now, the replica industry is blowing up. Even their prices are going up. Like if Rolex is increasing prices, you know, with the tariffs, even now the replica people, those replica people from Ching, you know, from Ching over there in China, they're raising up the prices. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta be smart. You gotta be awake. What's going on right now in the world with luxury watches, it's no good. La situación está jodida, macho. Está jodida. Things are bad out there. People don't want to believe it. Listen to me. What happened? Thank God for the tariffs. Thank God this can of worms has opened up. It's an ugly situation. It's an ugly situation. You know, like Mr. Blair says, he's even helping me. You know, I can't do this show alone no more. I need help. It's an ugly situation, papi. So, you know, I'm talking about the Khalifa DJ, but we have this other star, another singer, Liana. You know, Liana, the singer, you know, she was going to promote premium watches. You know, Liana, the singer, you know, I think she's from Barbados. She's unbelievable. You know, she was going to, you know, be an ambassador for premium luxury watches and all that good stuff. And she pulled back because they're saying that all the watches they have are from Chinatown. That's the word they're using, Chinatown. Not even Xinjiang and not even China. They're using Chinatown parts, you know? And ladies and gentlemen, the components of these watches, they don't match. They do not match. The movements don't match. You know, all these, but this is because these are stars, you know? The stars are talking about this now. But if me and Sweet Kikino will be telling you that, you won't believe it. But now you guys are going to go crazy because this happened like around 4 hours ago. This news break that came out that this Khalifa rapper is suing Rolex for $100 million. It's unbelievable. And I'm telling you that singer, you know, Liana, you know, she was going to do an ambassador and do premium luxury watches. And she stepped back. You know, she doesn't want no part of that. But ladies and gentlemen, it gets even crazier. You know, you also have that guy, that rapper, another rapper by the name of Rake. You know, Rake, R-A-K-E. I think that's his name. That's what Kino told me. Rake. He is also too talking about that his whole watch collection is made in Chinatown. This is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen, what's happening. That's right, Rake. You know, Rake, the rapper. You know, I think he's over there from you know, from Ontario, from Montreal. I don't know. Down there, Rake. I don't know. You guys help me out. You know, I don't know what to tell you no more. I give you subliminal messages and you still want to get the logo. You still want to get the logo. You don't get the subliminal messages. You know, there you go. From Toronto, the guy is, you know, and he is also saying that his watch collection is from Chinatown. And they're also saying now to us, you know, to us consumers, you know, los lambones, you know, los lambones como tú y yo, lambones, that our watch collections are NG, you know, no good. Está jodido. ¿Tú me entiendes? Está jodido la cosa. Está jodido. This is scary, ladies and gentlemen. Like Mr. Blair said, it's an ugly situation. And somebody has to give you the news. It has to be me because I'm stupid like that. You know, Deputy Boxing Black Eyes is not going to give you this news. The Warriors Fat Bastard's not going to give you this news. The Hungry Hippo Mr. Magoo's not going to give you this news. The two Toddler Body Brothers are not going to give you this news. They're not. Big Pun and Heavy D's not going to give you this news. The two Jehovah Witness brothers are not going to give you this news. They're not. But I will. Because I'm stupid like that, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, there is something else that I'm going to tell you. We had a famous basketball player that played here for the Heat Miami, you know, for the Heat Miami basketball team. Unbelievable, that guy. He's like 50 years old and he's still breaking records all over the NBA. It's unbelievable. He keeps on breaking records, you know. He still wants to continue playing in the NBA. It's an embarrassment, but he's still there, you know. But this gentleman that I call, you know, James LeBron, you know, James LeBron, exactly, there you go. People know what I'm talking about. James LeBron, he has unfollowed Rolex, Adamas Piquet, Richard Mille. Ladies and gentlemen, this is bad. You guys don't know what's going on. When right now I have 25 organic subscribers and 14 likes. That's an embarrassment, what I'm giving you. What you should do is leave this live stream and go Google search and look for that Khalifa DJ guy. So you can see everything that I'm telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an ugly situation. exactly the way Mr. Blair is saying, ladies and gentlemen. This is terrible, but this is, in a way, is good for us because we're finding out the truth. We're finding out the truth. Now, these entertainers, these artists are saying that they want to see factories, where they claim they produce 1,500,000 watch pieces a year, and Rolex hasn't budged, nothing like that. They don't want to show nothing because China over there is saying TikTok over here. TikTok is saying it's Instagram. Instagram is saying it's Facebook. It's crazy, ladies and gentlemen, what they have done to us. Por ser lambones, we have given away our children's tuition money away. We have given away our 401k. And if it wasn't for these people, that Khalifa DJ, that Liana, the rake guy, and now that gentleman, James LeBron, that he's saying that he is unfollowing Rolex and AP and Richard Mille. But listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. There's always somebody, that wants to save their rear end. And Richard Mille said, come to our facility that we're going to show you our factory. We're going to show you. The watch industry se jodió. Se jodió the watch industry. Whether you guys want to believe it or not, the watch industry se jodió. Listen to me. That DJ guy, the DJ guy, the rapper, or whatever his name is, Khalifa DJ, he was somewhere and doing a concert, doing a concert, and you have these people that follow him like the Grateful Dead. They follow this Khalifa guy, for what I understand, and he stands in front of their stage and he shows a watch. He goes like that to all of them, al puño así en el aire. You know what I'm trying to say? Help me out, guys. Saluting his crowd, his audience, and he's showing them. You see this over here? What I have? You see what I have here? This is a $20 Casio. This watch is worth more than that Chinatown Rolex. Ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. You guys don't understand what's happening, papi. La situación es, let me get some jungle juice because this is too much. You guys, you guys are skip hopping around through life. This is crazy. Come on. Listen, the #1 watch market update show in the world, chosen by no other than Fudinki. The #1. 35 organic subscribers, 18 likes. That's an embarrassment. Kino, yo soy un pendejo, Kino. Yo me voy para el carajo aquí ya. And ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this. There are too many. There are too many influencers involved in this now. Esto se jodió. Those influencers, they're all over the place now. They're like a plague. They're all over the place. That Lopez Jen, from the Bronx, with the other guy, Rodriguez Alex, and it's crazy what's happening, They're all together now. And they're saying that they demand to see those factories. They demand to see how they do the movements. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, all watch collectors like you and me, they are selling all of their Rolex watches. They are selling all their watches because they don't want to get the logo deeper. It's already here, but they don't want it deeper. And they're getting rid of them. Watch collectors are getting rid of all their Rolex watches. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I have always respected the king. Oh my God. I have always... I have always... Scout's honor. I have always respected Rolex, to be honest, guys, for real. I have always respected Rolex. But let me tell you something, guys, for real. All kidding aside, I honestly believe that Rolex has put their foot, ¿cómo se dice la nalga en inglés? they have put their foot in the rear end. They have. I think Rolex this time has put their foot in the rear end, and they have been pinched. You know, they have been pinched. I'm telling you, exactly, la boca, the mouth. You know, I'm telling you, right now, I think honestly, and let me tell you, I am a defender of the king of watches. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I think that they really got snagged, and the word is out that Rolex watches are made over there in Xinjiang in that factory. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't for that Khalifa DJ, if it wasn't for Liana, if it wasn't for Rake, if it wasn't for the James LeBron, all these people, they're saying that they want to see the truth. They want to see the truth and nothing but the truth. And you know who gives you the truth? You know who gives you the truth? This goddamn channel right here. That's right. This goddamn channel. Sweet Kid Kino and me. And what do we get for giving you the real knowledge? We get this. But we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Honestly, we don't care. Yeah. We see you guys already. Están perdidos. This is why I've been telling you. Somebody had to come up and say, hey. And then the other one that I'm going to tell you, which is the bigger dog than all these guys, is the other rapper. I'm telling you, these are all rappers. What's his name again, Kino? El que es feo. The one that's ugly. He's bien feo, mano. Que está casado con the singer, the other girl, What's her name? Man? CJ, CJ. J. That guy, they say he has a bunch of Paddocks, a bunch of Richard Mills, a bunch of APs, and all this stuff. And he's also saying that his wife, because he's quiet in the corner, he's quiet. He's quiet. That other rapper, he's feo, he's very ugly. He's not a very handsome looking man. And he's married to that other singer, the lady singer, You know who I'm talking about. Put it up there if you know his name. Put it up there. Let me drink some jungle juice to keep on dropping knowledge here, And ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe. I'm going to give you now. I'm going to give you you're like scratching your head. So how did this, exactly that guy, exactly. There you go. You see that what Mr. Blair wrote? That guy. But you're not going to believe this, how this all broke out. So they were talking, some people were talking with a factory worker. Listen and learn. Listen and learn. And the factory worker was assembling some luxury watches. We're not going to say which one it is. You use your imagination. Use your own judgment, And they're assembling some luxury watches. And the factory worker tells the other guys that were there, these other rappers and stars and influencers, he says to them, these don't leave. These don't leave to Switzerland. These don't leave. Listen to me and learn. Es que son unos gilipollas aquí, no. The factory worker tells all those influencers, the rappers, and all that stars people, tells them, you see these over here? These don't leave to Switzerland. These leave from our factory. And that's when the shit hit the fan. Lo dije, ¿verdad? La mierda le dio el abanico. You understand me? And that's how the cat was out of the hat. You understand me? Somebody, and they say that the person said, I'm only joking. But they were looking at timepieces. They were like, beautiful. But there's always a big mouth, There's always a big mouth. You can't even play around no more in life. Don't play around too much with things. When you play around, you're saying the truth. And the person said, you see these over here? These timepieces are not going to leave to Switzerland. These are going to leave from our factory. And that's when it blew up, ladies and gentlemen. And now When you finish watching here, 38 original subscribers, 21 likes. That's fine. When you leave, when I finish this live stream and you go to them to go see Deputy Boxing Black Eyes, the war is fat bastard, the toddler body brothers, you go over there, and give him thank you and all that stuff. Give him thank you. Give him thank you. Because I've been telling you people every day, I'm telling you, be careful with your children's tuition money. Be careful. And now, there's a lot of things happening. They're also saying too that, that guy, the guy that he greases up all those people, he's a, ¿cómo se llama? Snoopy. ¿Cómo se llama el rapero ese también? El que le comía joyeta a los muchachos, a Bad Bunny. So all these people, it's a big mess. It's a big, ladies and gentlemen, it's a big mess. You know what I'm trying. I'm telling you. I've been predicting. Everything that I predict comes out. And what do I get? I get this, Ed. I get it deeply because we're not famous. We're not. The hungry hippo, Mr. Magoo. All these people, ladies and gentlemen, what's happening out there with those watches is unbelievable. How can somebody like that, Khalifa DJ, say something like his watch, the components of the watch, nothing matches? Serial number, you understand me? Nothing. Movement, the movement numbers is incorrect. Papi, we've been flim-flam. We've been flim-flam by these hucksters. Listen to me, I honestly believe that this time Rolex put their foot in their mouth. Like Mr. Blair explained to me, the word is foot en la boca, in the mouth, But they told me that I had to do this in an emergency because I've been the one dropping all this. You see what that Khalifa DJ is talking about? I told you this 2 years and a half ago. 2 years and a half ago. And you know what they will say? Don't listen to that Meshuggah. That guy's a Meshuggah. The Meshuggah is me. I said it wrong. Unbelievable but true. Kino, eres tú Meshuggah, no soy yo. Yo más que repito lo que tú me dices. I only repeat what, Kino tells me. Kino's the brains and I'm the mouth. I'm the voice. I'm the voice. But ladies and gentlemen, when you finish watching this live stream, Kino, no te metas. No te metas. No te metas, Kino. No te metas. No te metas, que tú no para ti, papi. No te metas. Si ellos no quieren cooperar con el canal número 1 del mundo, lo voy a decir en inglés. If they do not want to cooperate with a subscriber, with a like, whatever it is, with a thank you, whatever you want, that's your problem. Kino, no te puedes meter más. Si son unos lambones, son lambones. Ellos van ahora a ver allá a Jay-Z y a la mujer de Jay-Z y le dan las nalgas. Ya, olvídate eso. I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you what it is. They say that these watches are not Swiss. That's what they say. I'm only telling you, listen to me. I'm going to start getting rid of my watches slowly. I got a lot of gold pieces and gold is going up. I'm going to let go of it because right now, how can it be the replica clones one-on-one are saying the watches are increasing? How? They become just like Rolex. They're increasing it a 15, a 20% increase. You guys don't believe me? That's fine. There you go. That people said it's Swiss made in China. Papi, we have all been taken, man. We have all been taken. And they told me, listen today, ladies and gentlemen, today I went to the beach. I went to the beach today with my wife. My wife loves me and I love my wife. And we went to see the planes, the little airplanes flying around the beach. And I'm tired. My body aches. My body aches and I'm tired. And I got this unbelievable phone call that I had to do this for you people so you understand that This subscriber says you were the first, Papi. You're bigger than that Khalifa DJ. You bigger than that rake. You bigger than that, James LeBron. You understand me? You bigger. You've been saying it. You're the dog. He called me the dog. I don't know what dog means, but it must be something big. You're the dog. And so they told me that I had to get up and do it. I was tired, man. I was tired. I had my boxes on. I was in bed. They say you need to do it, because if you don't do it, then los lambones are gonna do it. The lambones, the worst fat bastard's gonna do one. Deputy Boxing Black Eyes is gonna do one with his sidekick Jiminy Cricket with the Chia Pet spray can hair. They're gonna do one. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm also gonna tell you something else that is working on their favor. On all these vintage watch dealers, modern contemporary watch dealers, they have an excuse now. When you come back now and you tell them, hey, you sold me a Fugazi. Oh, that wasn't me that sold you the Fugazi. That was from, that Rolex from Chinatown. Swiss-made Chinatown sold you that Fugazi. That wasn't me. They're going to start cleaning their hands. They're going to give it to you harder. And harder they're going to give it to you now. Harder now. Did you hear what I said? Ellos no escucharon, no te lo dije nada. Ellos no escucharon nada. Porque son unos gilipollas aquí, no. Son unos gilipollas. They're going to have the perfect excuse now. When you come back now. Now is when they're going to let go of those watches now. When you come back crying, hey, you sold me this. The road is not original. The bezel's not original. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. So who was it? Sweet Kid Kino. You understand me? Like that. They're going to clean their hands. They're going to clean their hands. There's people out there that they are so disgusted with the king of watches. Disgusted that you don't have an idea. People have called me up. Hey, Juan, is this for real? I said, I don't know. Look at it. Go look at it. I don't want you to, the way I say it, my story is different from the one you're going to see when you go see those videos and all that. We don't do here videos like them, nice and iron. We do it, go ahead. Ibanana, we give it to you. The watch dealers now have the perfect excuse to tell you when you come back with your Fugazi watch that the bracelet is not authentic, that's not the problem. It's from China. Papi, they're going to kill us now. They're going to kill us. Thank you very much, Damon, for that super chat. Thank you very much, Damon, for the super chat. We really appreciate that, Papa. You're one of ours. Thank you so much. Listen to me, what they have now. Let me drink a little jungle juice, guys, because I can talk better that way, Unbelievable. Whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen, stay away from the secondary gray watch market. Stay away. If you can't, you can't handle yourself and the temptation is too big, then buy it from your authorized dealer. But do not buy watches out there from any of those platforms. They're going to get you now. Now is when they're going to get you. Scout's honor now. I'm not bullshitting you guys. They have the perfect excuse to tell you, I sell you 100% Rolex. That's what they sold me. If you found now in the watch that the dial is not original, that the bracelet is not original, that the flip lock is not original, that's not me. That's them. They're calling it now Swiss China. That's Swiss China. And that's it. Papi, what's happening is big, and you guys are just skip hopping around through life with a big lollipop singing, "It's a wonderful life." That's what you guys are doing. And giving away your children's tuition money. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm doing, I do so much for you guys on this beautiful weekend, a holiday, I'm here talking to you guys, pleading with you people, stop giving away your money. Esto se jodió. This has been a total disaster for the watch industry. A total disaster. As you heard, Richard Mill, they came out, and I mean, this is what allegedly what the Sweet Kikino has told me, They came out and said to that guy, ZJ and Rake, and the other guy, what's his name again? I forgot his name. I think it's James LeBron. If you want to come to our factory, we'll give you a tour to show you how we do all of our components. This is how big it is. But Rolex still hasn't said a word. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I don't believe a lot of the story. That's another one too. That rapper. That's the one. That's the one I'm talking about. Thank you very much, Kevin, for that super chat. Thank you very much, Kevin. We really appreciate that. That's another one. I don't know if you guys remember this, but a couple of months ago, that one, Williams Farrell, he had gold teeth, diamonds around, and he was making an interview with the daughter of one of the, I don't know, Richard or somebody. They were doing an interview, pleading, asking people to buy their watches because the watch market of Richard Mille watches is dead in water, right? So even that one too is talking about this, talking about, ladies and gentlemen, papi, no voten más su dinero, no sean lambones. No sean sapos. La citación, they're saying that a Swiss China watch is the same thing as a Rolex watch. That's what they're saying. And now those people from Xinjiang over there, they're increasing their prices. That's how life is. Life is like that. Life is like a box of chocolates, Unbelievable. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to find in them. It's what it is. I'm telling you. I'm telling you what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to me. They're even saying, I explained to you the other day, I explained to you in slow motion, the people that work in all these ADs have access to the same watch you're buying. I mean, a one-on-one, and they put that one on the shelf, and they give you that one, and they stay with this one. Papi, I've been telling you all this. I've been telling you all this, ladies and gentlemen, for too long. And what do I continue getting? No respect. You know what? The logo's for you. For me, I'm going to say me and Sweet Kikino don't get no respect. We don't get no respect whatsoever. You guys around there skip hopping around paying $2.50 for a sweepstake, for a raffle. You pay the other guy, the worst fat bastard, $10 to buy so you can buy a ticket to win a Ferrari when you're never gonna get a Ferrari. You're never gonna get it. Never. You guys are a bunch of mashuganas, And me and Sweet Kikino, we don't get no respect. We give it to you the way it is. Listen to me. This news broke out 4 hours ago. And look where we're at right now. I could be right now sleeping in my bed. I have this beautiful water bed. Unbelievable, This is crazy. You guys gotta be smart, guys. You guys, listen to me this. I'm gonna tell you another one. Everything is under. Listen and learn. Repeat after me. Everything is under a microscope. Everything. Everybody. The year 2025, everything is under a microscope. Everything. Damon, you know what I'm trying to say. Everything is under a microscope because everything is a lie. That's right, Mr. Blair. That's right. Everything is a lie, Papi. We've been lied to. But we got to thank something that happened, something that revolutionized, in politics. In politics, I'm not talking about nobody. Revolutionize, BlackRock, JP Morgan, the Rothschilds. The world's upside down, papi. Listen to me. If tomorrow you don't see me making a video, me la pelano. Okay, there you go. Mr. Blair said that. Hate him or not. Whatever you want, like him or not. If it wasn't for him, papi, we will never find out the truth. We have all been taken. We have all been taken as dodo birds. As dodo birds. Manishma. Manishma to all of you. Yalla. La situación está jodida, papi. I cannot permit this to continue on. I had to do it. They woke me up. They told me you need to go drink some of that special juice you drink and, face your subscribers and let them know what's going on. You need to let them know what's going on. I already told you something very big today, and I'm telling you, you see, when I talk, I say things like that to confuse you, to see if you catch it. I told you already, this is going to be their ticket of the Muppet Boiler Room secondary grade watch market dealers and channels. They're going to say, we sold you the watch. That's Swiss made in China. That wasn't me. They're going to clean their hands. Papi, this is an attack. This is an attack. Hold on, let me drink some of my jungle juice. This is an attack, ladies and gentlemen. This is an attack on us, on the world. I know, listen to me, guys. I know that there is no channel like this one out there. There's not a host like me that talks wrinkle, that talks in between lines, whatever it is. But I give it to you straight, Bobby. I make your brain do exercise. What did he say? What did that Spanish guy say? I make you work. The same way you make me work, I make you work. If it would have been that easy, I just told you, boom, and that's it. But I'm not. I told you something, I'm going to repeat it one more time. This is their ticket now, their excuse, their grand excuse to say, so what, you got it. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was Swiss made China. That wasn't me. Papi, there are people out there, they have I don't care about this word. No me importa, no te meta, no te meta. There's a shitload of people with Rolex watches that they are Swiss made China. Swiss made China. And they're going to come out all over the places. All over. Listen to me. Right now we have 39 organic watch channel subscribers. Leave. Go look at what I'm telling you about Khalifa DJ. Go look into it. $100 million sue to Rolex. I don't know, but they're saying that Rolex is going to give it up. Pay. And everybody else now is, show us your factory facility. Show us your machinery. Listen, there's nobody in their right mind that will believe that Rolex produces 1,500,000 units. Units with, let's say with 700, 1,000 employees doing watches. There's no way in the world. There is no way in the world Rolex can produce 1,500,000 units. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. They do not. How do I know? I'm not going to tell you. But they do not produce 1,500,000. I say try double that. Try double that. It's the watch that everybody wants. They have the, they have the crown. They have the crown, Papi. They have the crown. Let's be honest. But right now, they put their foot in their mouth. And something big is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Something big is happening. Something is going to have to happen soon. When have you heard in your cable channels? This is serious now, guys, for real. I'm going to come out of character. When have you heard in your cable channels that they have talked about there's a big situation going on with one of the most historical watch brands in the world, Rolex? You know, being accused of making fake replica watches. When have you heard that? Not one single network will tell you. You know why? Because they all work together. They all work together. One owner owns basically all the networks, NBC, CBS, ABC. One owner owns over 5,000 radio stations. One owner owns over, I don't know how many newspapers, but it's thousands and thousands. Papi, everything gets thrown under the rug. I'm telling you, if I don't wake up tomorrow and you don't see me doing one of my videos, you know, whatever it is, if you don't see me, me la pelaron, papi. Because I'm dropping too much knowledge that I'm not supposed to talk. You know, that's what happened to poor MJ. That's what happened to, you know, poor Prince, you know. That's what happened to the other girl. What's her name? Houston girl, that Houston girl, you know. You understand me? And that's what happened to, you know, all these people. Come on, you understand me? They leave, they disappear, you know. They disappear, get them out. You talk too much, get out. You talk about chemtrails, get out. You know? If you talk about that the earth is flat, get out. I'm giving it to you the way it is. But you guys can't take this. Bobby, we're in a lot of trouble, man. We're in a lot of trouble. And thank God for the new administration that we have. Well, I said it wrong, for what's happening in the world. What's happening in the world. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Before I let you guys go, China is not going to give in. You know why they're not going to give in? Because they have the ace of spades under here. See? They have the ace of spades. La A de espada. The ace of spades. So, you know, we want to thank our new administration because what happened with the tariffs, you know, everything blew up. But China's not going to give in because they know what they have is solid. It's solid. What they have is solid. They know it's solid. Papi, los tenemos cogido por los cojones. You know what cojones is? If you don't know what cojones is, you Google it because I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, I hope you learned something today from all this, but it's getting scarier and scarier. You guys think that this is over, this watch business thing is over. This is just heating up. It's heating up. If they don't pay out, if they don't do a payout to all those people they're flipping, you know, all those people, the James LeBrons, the rake, the Liana, you know, the Khalifa DJ, you know, because these people are slaves. These people are puppets. Don't make me go into that, guys, because if I go into that, I'm gonna scare you guys. You know, these people, you understand me? You understand? These are puppets. These are slave puppets. And you know, if they don't get bought out, then they're gonna just turn the back and be quiet. If they don't pay them, they're gonna then talk. And then if they don't, you know, keep on talking, you know, they might slip in the bathtub and hit themselves in the head. You know, and finito. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Guys, you guys have to feel lucky that you have a person like me on your side. You guys have to be lucky. You guys are lucky. You say, man, we have Juan on our side. I said it wrong. You got Sweet Kid Kino to me, Joaquin to you on your side. He's in your side, ladies and gentlemen. We can drop more knowledge if we wanted to, but you guys are not ready. Mentally, you guys can, if I tell you this more and more, you guys I have a friend of mine in this channel by the name of Damon, and he always tells me, "Hey, Juan, you gotta slow down the way you explain to these people things because, they don't have, la chola, they don't have it, they can't get it. They still skip hopping around through life, and they still like, they like too much, Boy George, and they like that stuff, and it's true what that gentleman tells me always. He always sends me the message, Juan, slow down the way you explain too much because these people don't get it, and it's what it is. But now, when you leave now, because you're gonna leave now, I'm gonna let you go now. You're gonna go all Googling, and you're gonna go, man, god damn, that sweet cake Kino Juan, they really know what they're talking about. They explain it very wrinkled, and they make us think what it is, but damn, it's what he's saying. It's what it is. I gotta keep it simple. You see, there he is. You read what he says. That's my friend. He says that I gotta keep it simple with you guys because ustedes no están preparados. You guys are not prepared for this. I'm not saying this. One of my loyal subscribers is saying that I must keep it simple with you Michiganers. Unbelievable. That's what he says. And there's some people, what really hurts my feelings when somebody comes to my channel and they write down in comments, hey, is this live? Is this live? Whether it's live or it's not live, is it going to make a difference? Are you going to learn something? If it's live or not live, you're going to learn something. So I don't understand. In this case, I'm live. I'm totally live, real live, But people asking questions, is this live? You're here to learn. You're here to learn. But my friend tells me always, I got to keep it simple, And then I have another friend too, Mr. Blair. He calls me the whistleblower. Unbelievable, Unbelievable. I don't know what to say no more. I don't know what to do no more, I'm dropping all this knowledge for free, and you guys are questioning me, I'm dropping all this knowledge for free, and you guys are questioning me. And it sounded pretty good. I like that, my catchphrases, everything. Guys, there's nobody out there with no more content. There's no more. I'm telling you, there's a new era. There is a new era that we have all been taken. We have all been taken, and thank God this is happening. And I'm going to say it one more time before I call it quits tonight. China is not going to give in to our administration. They're not going to give in because they got us por los cojones. They got us. They got us. And there's too many owners. The owners of the world, they can't. They can't. They already threw under the bus Hermes. They already threw under the bus Louis Vuitton. And that guy, the owner of Louis Vuitton, which is the owner of, this guy's a multi-billionaire. I forgot his name. He's a skinny guy, and it's unbelievable. If somebody knows his name, put it up there, It's unbelievable. He's already can't take it. He's saying that he's losing $5 million a day. A day. $5 million a day. So the world's a big business, and they're all getting together, and they're going to talk to the other Meshuggah in the White House. Our Meshuggah, We have a Meshuggah in the White House. It's unbelievable. They're going to talk to him, and hey, you're going to have to come in some kind of an agreement here because, it's true. Prada's being done over there. Gucci's being done over there. Christian Dior's being done over there. When I say done over there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying that the whole bag is assembled there, but everything is sent from there to their facilities, and they're assembled over there. So, it's not. The product is coming from that side of town to that side of town. You know what I'm trying to tell you, Papi. There's too many big dogs out there. The owners of the world, the Bilderbergers, you don't know, you don't know about that kind of stuff. BlackRock, BlackRock, JP Morgan. You know who JP Morgan is? Ladies and gentlemen, you guys, you guys, es duro, Kino, es duro hablar con esta gente porque nada más tengo un par de gente como Mr. Blair, como Mr. Damon, como Mr. Premium, como Mr. Donna. Esa gente entienden, pero coño, el resto no están perdidos en la paja, papi. You know, you guys, you guys, you guys buy a house and you give it to somebody to, have your house. You buy a car, somebody has your car. You buy a business, somebody has your business. And you know what you do? You just manage that. You manage your house, you manage your business, you manage your car. That's all. Everything we have, we give back to them. Everything. Papi, I can't be the whole day dropping knowledge. Dropping knowledge. My knowledge is worth, man. They've told me, they have told me, listen, dude, the knowledge you drop out there to these people is big. Do they get it? And I tell them, I said, I don't know if they get it or not. Do you understand? You got a car and you give it to somebody in identity to take care of your car. For real, it's not your car. You're not the owner of the car. You got a business, it's not your business either. You have a house, that's not your house either. You have a motorcycle, that motorcycle is not yours either. You're just managing it. That's all. You're managing it. None of it's yours. But you guys are skip hopping around through like rabbits. You know what? I'm 62 years old. And I know that lesson since I'm probably like around 17, 18 years old. When they first told me, nothing is yours. You're just managing it. I said, really? Yes. Think about what I'm telling you. And you're going to say, man, it is true. Hey, Mr. Blair, Mr. Damon, did I say something incorrect or you understand what I'm trying to say? Tell me. Exactly. Bunny rabbits. They're not even rabbits. You understand me? There it is. Look at Mr. Damon, what he's saying to you guys. Look at Mr. Dr. Evil, what he's saying. Truth. Papi, my knowledge on all those people that you give away. That you give away those whatever it is. Thank you. Whatever it is that you give him. And what I give you, papi, you can't compare it, papi. You can't compare it. These people that you saw there answering back, they know exactly what I'm telling you. Nothing is ours, bro. No sean pendejos, no sean lambones. No sean lambones. Nothing is yours. You just managed it. Like me, my business, right? I only manage it. My bank, they own everything in the bank. The bank owns my house. The bank owns my car. You understand? The bank owns my moped. Do you guys know what a moped is? I bet you guys don't know what a moped is because you guys are skip hopping around through life like bunny rabbits, in the Playboy mansion. They own everything. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this Watch Market Update show and you learned something. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I have 40 organic Watch Channel subscribers and 36 thumbs up. We're off. We're off by 4. We got to match it up, Whoever you're there, if you're spooking around, spooking in the channel and trying to find out what's going on, hey, put a like up there for us or subscribe to this channel. I'll keep on teaching you guys. I'll keep on teaching you, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's going to tell you what I tell you. And I tell you all this because you know why. Because I'm stupid like that. Because I'm stupid like that, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed the show and you learned something. Really, I really hope you did learn something. Put all this in your arsenal so you guys won't get flim-flammed and fleeced by all these hoodwinks and hucksters. Or should I say, by the world. By the world. We are just a bunch of pawns. The chess game, we're pawns. We are pawns. In the back row are the real owners of the chess game. You understand? We are pawns. Oye, le tiré duro, Kino. Le tiré duro. That sounded good, guys. I'm very impressed with myself, what I said. Anyway, guys, we also have a private watch channels under Facebook under my name, Juan Felipe Nieves. Go to About, and maybe Samantha, and maybe Sweet Kikito let you in the private watch group. Like me and Sweet Kikito, I forgot. I want to thank all of you very, very much for all your support. You know, not only for your thank you chats, super chats, but also just being here with me. It helps me out a lot. It makes me continue going on and doing these shows for you people. You know, I try to make this funny for you guys so you guys can see it in a funny way. I can amuse you, but at the same time, I'm telling you a 90% truth. I'm telling you 90%. And a 10 is just more of a jokeable way to make you guys relax. All right, guys? I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for all your support. Thank you, gentlemen. Like me and Sweet Kikino say every week, take care and brush your hair.